everybody, this is Niall and Alex with the Drive Home Movie Reviews.
And we just saw the
Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, it's almost 3 hours long, and I did not get bored one time.
I don't have much negative to say about this movie. This was my most anticipated movie of the year, more than anything Marvel's doing or any horror movie we've seen. I've been excited about this all week. Hell, we bought the tickets 2 months ago.
You even read the book.
Yeah, I did. I read the book at the beginning of the year, and it was a thrill reading that book. I don't remember reading it in high school. Maybe we did. But
was there a lot different from the book and the movie?
The Act 3, the last part of this movie, did have some segments that were drastically different.
Were you sad by those, or were you okay with the changes?
There was one scene in particular on how Odysseus comes back and kills the bad guy that I was really ready for that scene to happen in the movie, and it didn't happen how I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I think, like, for people who watch the movie, did you like how it ended?
You told me how the book does it, and the way the movie does it, it really harnesses that, like, puts it in his face what a coward this guy is, that he is going to Hades, and Odysseus did this on the behalf of one of his fallen soldiers, played by Elliot Page.
Yeah, because they added the character Sinu. I don't remember. I think he does meet him in Hades, but, like, there's all this controversy about Elliot Page playing this character, and then one lady who people thought she was going to play like a god, but she played like a queen.
Helena, right?
Yeah. And they're in the movie for like 2 minutes each. And then Travis Scott is in the movie. People were upset that he was going to, like, rap or something. It was just so stupid. And that does not happen. He is in the movie, but that's not it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking up this name. The actress, Lupita Nyong,
She plays Helen of Troy.
I think she is so fucking beautiful. She is like one of the most beautiful women ever. And then Zendaya is also in it. And I thought the representation of her was incredibly well done.
That is one thing I really liked that Christopher Nolan did, is how he tied in the mystical or the paranormal, the mystical with, like,
the power of the gods
with reality.
Yeah.
And it's almost kind of told to further the theme that is in the book of dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and soldiers, and just what it's like to see all that carnage and then go back home and just expect to be the same. Yeah.
Odysseus was really dealing with, like, he didn't want to go back home. He wouldn't say that, but he didn't want to go back home because you learn that so many people died, and he believes that it was him doing the Trojan horse into Troy. Yeah. He believes that act was what ended Zeus's law, which is to treat your neighbor as you would like to be treated.
That is a theme I'm glad it carried over into the book, into the movie. It's all about, I mean, before there was the Bible, there was Zeus's law that treat one another as you expect them to treat you.
Yes. That means when a stranger approaches you and they're in need, you give them what they need. You offer hospitality, which is, like, something that we really don't see today. Like, anytime I see an unhoused person, I, like, look for anything I can give them, and it's sad that we're in a society that I don't carry cash around very often, so I don't always have stuff to give, you know?
Several other themes in this movie felt very timely for the age we're in. Like, we all don't treat one another very well nowadays, especially in this country. And I'm guilty of it too. That's kind of what he talks about in the movie, is as they infiltrated that kingdom and took over that kingdom, he watched the civilization burn and felt that these seafarers that are coming to destroy the way, and
pretty much like pirates.
I don't remember that from the book, but towards the end of the movie, that's like such a big part of it.
You want to give them a breakdown of the movie?
So the movie itself is the story of Odysseus as he recalls some of the events that took place in the Iliad when he was called to war and became this brave soldier. But his whole thing is like,
and he's the king of
Ithaca, which is part of Greece, and so he helps Agamemnon overtake Troy, and all of that takes place in the Iliad. This movie picks up with him shipwrecked on this island, held captive by this goddess Calypso, and
who's played by Charlize
Theron,
my bad. My bad.
And he can't recall why he's there, what happened to his men, and he's retelling his story, trying to remember what happened, and that's when we get to go back and see what's happening between him and his men as they meet like a giant cyclops, and like a giant sea monster, and these giants in this other country, and a witch, and it's just all this like back-to-back action. It just was like that was satisfying. It never felt like dull, like you said. Penelope, his wife, the queen, has to pick a suitor to take over the kingdom, and everyone believes Odysseus is dead while he's out here trapped with Calypso. And then their son, who is played by Tom Holland, who did a great job, he is learning how to become king and what to do. He's trying to find out where his father's at so he can prevent these greedy rich people who are just eating up all of his assets.
And they treat like people who are beneath them like
shit.
They treat others horribly.
And when they were kicking the dog, I was like, oh. And I wanted so bad to see the scene where he's almost like about to shoot the arrow through the axes to prove he's worthy of being the next suitor, and instead he just points it right at Robert Pattinson's character and shoots him in the neck. I remember reading that in the book, and I was like, all by myself, I was like, yes! And I wish they would have had that.
Which that would have been very satisfying, yes. But on the way the movie did it with killing Robert Pattinson's character, he got to say what he was told, what
I could see why
Odysseus was told in Hades. And like this guy pretty much Robert Pattinson paid Elliot Page's character to take his spot in the war. They did like a wager system,
and then he acted all just like he wasn't given the chance.
He's like, I would have gladly gone to war. No, you literally paid.
Like Donald Trump, he was a coward. He found a way out of the war.
Yes. But I was glad that Robert Pattinson got to know why he was killing him.
I liked how they did hell. I wasn't sure how they were going to do that. I kind of wish it would have been more like in dark caves, like Hades, like you expect it to be, but I thought it was cool how they did it. And,
the locations for this movie, whoever was the location finder, spot on.
Scout,
amazing. That's like one of my dream jobs, is to be a location scout. The soundtrack was like rumbling.
Oh my god, this was
loud.
This was the loudest movie I've ever been in. I would say if you're gonna see this, it was all shot obviously on IMAX. The first movie to ever do this, but you got to see this in IMAX.
We did, and
it was phenomenal. It was so loud, like
it was shaking the seats. I couldn't even
talk to you to say this is what's going on right now.
I would ask him questions because
it was the first movie I've ever been in where I was like, I should have brought those earplugs. I would say standout performances would be for me, Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway. I thought they were just John Leguizamo.
I wish he was in it more. Wanted to see the face of that Amagato guy. What's his name?
Agamemnon. Who is actually played by Ben Safdie of the Safdie brothers, who did like Good Times and Uncut Gems. That's probably how he knows Robert Pattinson. I mean, the cast for this movie is
stacked.
It is
stacked.
I do think Matt Damon, he did a good job. I don't think he was the standout performance at all, but
wait, you didn't think he was the standout performance?
Well, he obviously is Odysseus, so he is like the main character of the movie. But if I had to pick a top 5 best actors or actresses in the movie, I don't think he would be either.
What are your top 5 then?
Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, John Leguizamo,
John Leguizamo Is that the blind guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that was the bald guy.
I don't know. I'm sure I could pick someone else, but he wasn't as good as I expected. And
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought he did a fucking amazing.
He did. I just don't think he was a standout performance. Oh, I know. That's my take on it.
I do believe Robert Pattinson did such a good job in this character. Like, I fucking hated him. And I already don't like Robert Pattinson,
And they do a good job. I understand why they ended it the way they did, because it's building up tension. It's more climatic to work with, like, a on-screen adaptation. Because if you had just turned and shot him right away, like, a lot of tension's just killed in a second.
Yeah. So, two critiques I have are Tom Holland and Zendaya. Maybe it's just because they're younger than me, but I thought they both were kind of childish in their scenes. Like, Zendaya's supposed to be Athena, so I thought that would be very, like, prim and proper. And she was. It was just the lines.
I thought it was interesting how her character was not necessarily the goddess who he was in love with in the book, but instead was a remembrance of a child that he saw murdered.
Yeah, I thought that was really well done. When you find out that's the portrayal, that was really cool. And Zendaya did a great job. I just felt like her and Tom Holland just had some childish characteristics. But that's probably just because I'm older.
And part of Tom Holland's character is that he's a child learning to become a king.
He's not of age yet.
Yeah.
What would you rate it?
So I don't know what Rotten Tomatoes give it. I'm going to put it here. But I would say 96. I'm not positive. I have to think about it, whether this is my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. It's probably not. But it's really great, and I really loved it.
The Batman trilogy is really fucking hard to beat.
It's kind of hard to beat the Dark Knight, right?
Yeah. Especially with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I was so obsessed with him.
That was a phenomenal movie.
For being this long, I thought I'm blown away.
I was impressed that you stayed in your seat the whole time.
Yeah. I really had to pee, and I did not go. It was so impressive. I just loved the mix of the gods and the mythical, but brought to reality and done in such a great way. I was pissed when he hit the Cyclops. Yeah. I was so mad at him for doing that. I was like, why?
I kind of felt bad for the Cyclops.
Yeah.
I would be curious to see how they used a puppet and did that character. There in the book, I mean, he has a whole speech. They like talk to him when he does like this stupid thing where he's like, "My name is nobody," and then when the creature starts yelling, "Help me, help me," and they say, "Who's killing you?" "Nobody is killing me, nobody," and they're like, "Okay, good night."
Oh.
It's stupid, but it's an old tale.
And then there's this witch, and that scene was so disturbing.
That was spooky. I did get pretty like disturbed watching that scene.
Yeah, there was moments where I was like on the edge of my seat. I don't know if it was particularly during that scene, but I was like, something's gonna happen. Like it had a sense of a horror movie at one point in the film.
It did.
I would rate it 99.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I loved it. Especially for the length.
Yeah. I was impressed. It went by very quick. I thought it would drag a little bit more towards the end, but I didn't think it did at all.
Yeah. I'm lowering my score. 95.
Okay.
I loved it, but it's not like in my top 10 favorite movies, you know?
Yeah. We'd go rewatch it. Yeah.
I would. Yeah. I would.
3-hour movie? We would go rewatch it. Yeah. You should check it out.
Go see The Odyssey.
The Odyssey! It's so odd.
We're trying
to see.
You're so fucking weird.
That's the review. Toodaloo.
Love you.
That stories are told to remind us of people we want to be like and things we need to hold dear.